Okay, hello everyone. I see we are three people so far, my colleague Nora, and I see David just coming online. Welcome to the OEP check-in webinar, our first live webinar since the online education program started last month. And yeah, I think we will give it a few minutes, 1 or 2 minutes for people to still join in. I know other people have registered and might log in the next couple of seconds. But I would appreciate if you can send me a quick message if you can hear me or when you can hear me. Just type a comment in the chat box on the bottom right. Great, thank you, David. That means you've already seen the chat box. So that's where you can enter questions and comments at any point during the presentation and during the webinar. Yeah, we will give it a few more seconds, another minute to see if people come online. In the meantime, you can already have a short look at the content that you will present, that I will present today and that we will talk about today. It will be a very interactive webinar. So yeah, so you have a basic idea. I will explain more about the content of the webinar today once hopefully a couple of more people are able to join. I'll just check quickly if there's any feedback or any questions. Sometimes people struggle to get online. So just see if anybody posted anything on Facebook Workplace or tried to contact me on my email. No, that's not the case. So yeah, I was hoping to have a couple of more people, but I think we will just slowly move into the content for today, and hopefully people will be able to join and come online as we move along. So yeah, let me quickly and briefly describe to you what we have on our list today and what I have prepared for the webinar. And I would like to start at the beginning to speak a little bit about the online education program so far, what has happened, what have we done on CAC side, and what have you done in the first month. Okay, it seems like some more people are coming online. Oh, Charlie is online. Thank you for joining. I just saw Nora commented. Thank you for coming online. I hope we can also welcome some more OEP participants that will join as I move along in the webinar. Yeah, no problem, Charlie. You are the fourth person on this webinar, so I've been waiting a little bit as I thought people might join a little bit later or might have also some challenges logging onto the platform. Yeah, so I've just started to explain what we will be talking about today. I will start with an overview and a review of what has happened so far on CAC side and on the participant side. I will share some statistics so you also have a broader view of the online education program, not just your view as a single participant, but you can see who else is on the online education program, and hopefully this webinar can also be a platform where we can connect with each other. Then in the second step, we will or I will raise some feedback questions that I've prepared that will help us to understand your experience with the OEP so far. And then in the third step, it will be your turn to ask questions, and hopefully we'll be able to provide some answers, either us from CAC or probably also some other participants or some of the mentors. I just saw that Althrea came online, who is one of our OEP mentors. Yeah, so they will probably be able also to provide answers to your questions. And then the last point, or the last step in this webinar, will be to give a brief outlook on what will happen next. Okay, let me share some details and some facts about the online education program. One thing that is very, very impressive, and that we are very happy about it, is that we have 128 participants registered for the OEP so far. And if we compare that with past years, it is an increase of about 450%, which sounds, yeah, very, very big. And we are certainly very happy that we were able to make that happen. In comparison to the past 3 years, between 2015 and 2017, we had an average of about 29 participants per year. And this increase of participants has also been possible, on the one hand, due to restructuring the online education program a little bit, but also due to the commitment from our past graduates and also my colleagues within CAC that have committed their time and their resources, and obviously also their knowledge and their experience to mentor participants. So that's definitely great. Some other facts about these 128 participants. They represent 27 different countries. So we have basically, on average, what would that be? 5 participants per country. But this is obviously a very, very, very general generalization. We have a huge range of different countries and continents that are represented. And if we compare that with the total number of different countries that have been ever represented on the OEP since 2015, there's only 4 more countries, 31 in total, compared to the number of countries we have on the OEP just this year. So that shows we have a huge variety, not just in number of participants, but also in number of countries that are represented, which we are very happy about it, because diversity, we believe, always is positive and adds to the learning experience and also adds value to the program. The 128 participants also represent 62 different partner programs, which is also a very big number, which means that we have on average about 2 participants per partner program. And that's also great, because that means we have a big diversity on different programs, not just different participants, but also programs based in different countries. And that's great. And the last statistics I have on this slide is that we have also, as I've already mentioned, mentors who are past OEP graduates who support the OEP participants. So we have 14 mentors who support PCs, stands for Process Consultants, who support the process consultants and implement the online education program. And considering the participants we had in the past years, these 14 mentors, that's about 44% of the total number of 32 graduates that we had in the past 3 years. So that's really, really, really good. Okay, I also want to welcome Bharat to the webinar. Thank you for joining in. And yeah, so I want to say thank you to all of you who are either participants or are contributing to make this online education program happening. I can say Nora and Charlie and also Althrea, who are three of our either staff members, my colleagues, or Althrea is one of our mentors who graduated from the OEP last year, who do a tremendous job in terms of supporting the participants. So it's really, really great. Okay, now let's move on to some more details about the OEP content. So what have we achieved so far in April and early May? These includes the achievements from CAC side, but also the achievements that you can already celebrate as participants. So we have obviously started, and all of you have received the invitation email. So our process consultants like Nora, Emily, or Charlie, who is also on this webinar, they have sent an introduction email at the beginning of April to all the participants who registered, and we provided all the documents and links that were necessary. And that included also the links to some videos, but also we had then follow-up emails where we as process consultants and the mentors set up SSP accounts for each of you, and we also invited all of you to join Facebook Workplace. Okay, yeah, I will pause for a second. Let's see what other people say for Althrea's comment. Does anybody else has challenges with my voice and with the audio transmission, or everybody else can hear me fine? Okay, so Althrea, it might be some internet connection on your side. Then I think my internet connection seems to be stable here as well. So yeah, please see if you can get somewhere a signal that is a bit stronger. I hope you can still follow most of what I'm saying. So yeah, we have invited each of you to join us on Sports Session Planner and join us on Facebook Workplace. And then we also started an online education program team in English as well as in Spanish on Facebook Workplace. So most of you are on either of them, depending on if you speak English or Spanish. Some of you who are able to speak both languages are also on both teams. And what is the great news is that some of you are already using it and posting pictures and videos. I've just seen a post from Evelyn in Kenya, who posted some pictures from a program that she is running and the training sessions she ran in the past couple of days. So yeah, if you're on Facebook Workplace, please check in regularly and see what's going on there, what's happening, what are people posting. So it's great, Evelyn, you're just coming online. I've been just talking about you, that I've seen your post on Facebook Workplace where you posted the pictures from your session in cold Kenya, and at the same time, it was raining, and I was very impressed to see the commitment from your players, and obviously also your commitment. So yeah, please make use of that space, and we hope we can improve the use of Facebook Workplace and more people can share their pictures and videos. And as mentioned, we have also started using Sports Session Planner. I have just checked before this webinar, we have 73 people out of this 128 who have registered, which is also a great number, who have already logged in on Sports Session Planner at least one time, which is great. I think that means people have received the link and have been able to sign up. And we also have 11 people who have already entered at least one game on SSP. So we definitely want to improve and increase that number. And we will chat a little bit later what we can do or should do, or what is necessary, what is still missing, so we can improve that number. So to have more people actually using SSP. Okay. Yeah, thank you to Nora also, who is assisting me with the comments. So please please don't hesitate to post your comments, questions, as well as feedback in the chat box on the bottom right, and then Nora will assist you and will help you and will answer your questions. I'm sorry to hear that some of you have technical issues. That sometimes happens and is mainly due to inconsistent internet connection. So I hope you will all still be able to follow, and as Nora mentioned, feel free to also post any questions if you can't hear. Great. Okay, I will move on to the next slide. These are now the feedback questions. I would like to ask you to please participate in the poll questions that you will see on your screen in just a couple of seconds. And I will always post the poll question, and then you will have about 20 to 30 seconds to answer that question, and then I will show the answer to everyone. Let's try it with the first poll question and see how that goes. So please participate and click the answers that apply to you, which will obviously help us to understand your experience with the OEP. Okay, here comes the first question. I'm asking, or the question is asking, what was your experience with the online education program during the first month? So what is your experience with the online education program so far? You can click multiple answers. So there's 5 different answers. One answer, the first answer says, I'm feeling comfortable using all the different tools. The second one, I enjoy implementing the curriculum on the field. The third answer is the resources and information are too much, I'm feeling overwhelmed. The fourth answer, the support I received from my mentors was very helpful and was good. And the last option is you can click if you feel you need more support from your mentor, if you need more feedback. So you can choose any amount of these 5 answers. It's not restricted to just one option. So please go through the answers. So far 2 people have casted their vote. So I will give a few more seconds to read through it. Thank you. More votes are coming in, that's great. Awesome. Okay, so Okay, sorry, that was my mistake, or not mistake, but the internet now played games with me. I just got lost my connection. I'm back now. I hope you can all hear me again. Sorry for that. Sometimes here in South Africa, where I'm based, the internet is also dropping out. Okay, cool. I'm back, so I will try to present the results to you. You should be able to see them now. So thank you for answering. We have the majority, or the biggest, the option that has been selected the most by 1/3 of you. We had 5 people participating in the question. Was answer number A. You're feeling comfortable with using all the different tools we are using. 25% have chosen the option of they enjoy implementing the curriculum. So it seems like more than half of you definitely have a big benefit from the online education program. So that's good to read. 8%, so some people, I don't know how many that is now, because you can choose multiple options, so it's difficult to see how many, but some people or somebody said the resources and information are overwhelming. I think that's very helpful. So thank you very much for that feedback. And then the votes in terms of the support from the mentors is quite equal. It's 16.7% feel either way, that they receive great support or enough support, and the same amount think that they would like to have more support. I would like to comment a little bit on the third option and the answer with the resources and information, that some people feel that it's a bit overwhelming. We can understand, I can understand it. It's a lot of information, especially now at the beginning, that we provided. But I would really like you to encourage. I would really like to encourage you that you please don't hesitate to ask questions. If you don't understand something, if it's overwhelming, even if that is your feedback, please let us know via email, on Facebook Workplace. Please ask questions if you don't understand something, and if something is too much, then we can try to help you and support you. The most important part is that you reach out to us, and hopefully this webinar can also create a platform where you can where we can clarify some of this confusion and help you to structure the information and the resources in a better way, so you don't feel overwhelmed. Cool, thank you for that general feedback. Now let's move on to the next question. This is now a little bit more specific. So now I would like to know your Facebook Workplace experience. So the question is, what is your experience with Facebook Workplace so far? And in this poll question, you can only choose one option out of the 4. I will let you read them yourself, and then please select the option that applies to you or that you feel most comfortable. Okay. Okay, great. There's more answers coming in. Thank you for participating. Unfortunately, the count here, the vote count is not working right now. It stands at 0, but I can see that people have definitely answered. So I'll give a couple of more seconds for you to choose one of the options. So just to repeat, This is a question about Facebook Workplace and your experience with Facebook Workplace so far. Okay. Yeah, welcome also everyone who has joined a little bit later. I see Oti and David Mulo. Thank you for joining. And here are the results from your Facebook Workplace experience. So majority of you, 2/3, have registered already and also posted on Facebook Workplace, which is great and which is also kind of what I've expected, because yeah, since you are on this webinar, it means you have already, I think, committed yourself to the online education program and have probably figured out the other tools that we are using. There's one person or two people, I think, that have chosen the first option, that they have registered with Facebook Workplace but not started using it yet. So yeah, please, I hope you will be able to use it soon. Please join us and read the post, comment on the post. It doesn't need to be only somebody from CAC who is commenting. So please leave your comments, and hopefully the posts from other people will also encourage you to join and to post your own pictures and your own videos. If there is anything that we can do to help you in terms of using Facebook Workplace, please post your questions here in the chat box, or also reach out to your mentor if you would like to, if you feel more comfortable with that. But yeah, feel free to ask any questions in regards to Facebook Workplace if you have them. Cool, thank you. Now we are moving on to Sports Session Planner. I have another question. Yeah, Nancy, thank you for your message. Welcome Elvis and Nancy to the OEP webinar. The next question is on Sports Session Planner. What is your experience with Sports Session Planner so far? The answers look pretty similar to the Facebook Workplace questions, and I would like to know what you have experienced so far. Yeah, thank you. The first votes are coming in. Thank you for joining and participating in the questions. Great. Awesome. Great. Okay. Cool. 5 people have casted their vote. 6 people have casted their vote. It's great. I will give a few more seconds. Okay, great. I think that's everyone. And here are the results. It's also, if I'm honest, a little bit what I have expected. The majority of you, 2/3, which means 4 out of 6, have said that they have registered with SSP but not started to use it yet. And 33%, which is 2 out of 6, have registered and already entered games on SSP, which is great. And it also reflects a little bit what the statistics showed at the beginning, that more than 70 people have already logged into SSP at least once, but only 11 people have entered games yet. Yeah, we will explore a little bit more what we can do with SSP and how we can help you and what you still need to feel more comfortable using SSP. To give us a first idea for that, I have another question, and that's pretty simple. A pretty simple question. I would like to know if you have watched the SSP introduction video on YouTube. that will also give us a little bit of an idea and bring us a little bit closer to the answer for the question of what can we do, what can help to make you feel comfortable with SSP. So yeah, okay, yeah, you can be completely open. Okay, great, votes are coming in, awesome. We have 6 votes, I think, excluding the CAC and mentors. I think that's everyone. Great, I will present the results. Thank you for participating. So majority of you have watched, 5 out of 6 have watched it. 1 person has not watched it yet. So I think for that 1 person, if it applies for you that you also haven't entered any games on SSP, so it might be helpful to watch this video. But I think we will also find out more about this right now, because since we had 5 out of 6 people watched the video, now I would like to know, what did you think about the SSP introduction video on YouTube? Did it help you to start using SSP, or did it not help? Quite simple question. So this is basically for those of you who have watched the SSP introduction video. Did you feel it helps, or it helped, or did you feel it was not really that helpful? Okay, I hope you can. Okay, starting this poll again. If you feel like you can answer that question, did you feel that the SSP introduction video was helpful or not for you to start using SSP? Okay, great. I think that should be everyone. We have 5 votes, and we had earlier 5 people who have already watched the video. So 4 out of 5 think it was helpful. 1 out of 5 thinks it wasn't that helpful. Okay, cool. We will see. And I think we can now dive a little bit deeper into that. So thank you very much for everyone who participated, for all of you who participated in the poll questions. That was great. And now we can move on to the next sheet, or the next slide, which basically gives you now the platform, so we can, all the different topics and tools and questions we have touched on now, we can go a little bit deeper into these questions. So please post now your questions regarding the OEP in the box, like you have been already doing. And these questions can be really about the tools we are using, about SSP, Facebook Workplace, about any content, or anything else that feels present to you. So yeah, please ask any follow-up questions. I know there has been a lot going on the right. I haven't followed now anymore. I've been focusing on my presentation. So thank you once again to Nora and also Charlie for supporting me and answering these questions. I will move the chat now into the center of the screen, which can help us to read through it. So please enter your questions if you have any regarding the online education program. Anything about any feedback you have about the SSP video, what we could do better if you feel it wasn't that helpful, anything you want to say about SSP, what we could do to help you to use it, or the same applies to Facebook Workplace. I will give you a little bit of time to think and then post your questions. Okay. Any other questions that are coming, that are present, please share them. I can see that Nora has already covered most, if not even all, of the questions that have been raised. Yeah, thank you, Evelyn. I would have a follow-up questions for Elvis Mboni, if I see that correctly. Okay, there's a new question from Elvis. Okay, has no chat and can't follow others. Okay, the chat on Facebook Workplace is on the top right corner. If you're on Facebook Workplace, there is a option to chat. You can see there's on the top right there's a small bell that is for all the notifications, and right next to it there's like a, I don't know what you call that in English, a speaking bubble or something. I don't know what you would call that. It says, when you go on that, it says messages, and there you can find other people that you can get in contact with. I don't know if you have tried that, Elvis, or if you have that option on your screen. But also, if we can't solve any of your questions right now immediately here on the on the webinar, then we will definitely follow up with you, and your webinar, your mentors will also be available for you to answer the questions and to help you individually. Okay, yeah, it looks to me, Elvis, like that there would be also important to know what device you use, if you use it on your computer or on your phone. So yeah, let's probably have a separate chat on that to see what the issue is with your Facebook Workplace. On your computer, yeah, that's really weird. Yeah, probably you can take this conversation a bit further with my colleagues Nora and Charlie. My question would be now, what browser do you use? So we would need to dig deeper into that, why you don't see that option with checking. Yeah, I'm using the same browser, so, and I don't have the problem, so I don't know. Let's have a follow-up with that. I will contact you, or also please, Charlie or Nora, you can do that. You can try to find Elvis Mboni on Facebook Workplace and try to send him a chat message. I'll try to do the same after this webinar, and then we can see if we can fix it somehow. Great. If there's any other questions, please continue posting them. I can see that Nora and Charlie are doing a great job with answering them. I will go back to my presentation. There's not much more that I want to say in this webinar. I have basically one more slide that I would like to share. and that slide talks about what is going to happen next. What are the next steps? What are the next, what do the next weeks look like? So you have now more or less another month until early mid-June to try out SSP and Facebook Workplace. And I would like to ask you to please enter your games on SSP, post pictures and videos on Facebook Workplace. So what we have granted each of you is 60 days total. Sorry, that might be a bit confusing there. It says 60 total. I should have written 60 days total. So from the day you started or you joined OEP, the OEP program, you have 60 days to complete all these tasks. And so if you are still in the starting phase, please use the next 30 days, the next month to catch up and to familiarize yourself with these tools. If you have any questions, as I have already said it multiple times, please contact your mentors, contact us via email or on Facebook Workplace. And you might have also seen that we distribute a monthly curriculum, which we send to all our coaches around the world who have ever been in contact with CAC or participated in a program. It's about 4,000 coaches we send it to every month, including you. So feel free to implement this monthly curriculum and also post your pictures and videos from those games on the OEP group. So it doesn't need to be limited to the games that we have initially shared with you on our in our initial email. I also wanted to let you know that in June, so next month, there will not be any OEP focus. That's basically the time until early mid-June when you have time to just complete the tasks that we have initially shared with you. And as we know, you are also busy with a lot of other things that you are involved in within your organization. So I know you all you're not just participating in the OEP, you also do other things. So in June we will have a little bit of a break and not much new input. But in July we will be then back and provide an introduction on how to adapt games. And then you can start to design and share your own games and your own curriculum. That will be basically then the next step, which will happen in early July. So it's about 6 to 7 weeks away from now. Then we will have more input for you in regards to the OEP. Yeah. So there's no limitation. I saw that with Nancy about the curricula. There's no limitation which games you can use. Feel free, whatever suits you best, your players best, whatever you are most eager to use and to implement, use that. And most importantly, let us know about it. That would be great. That's why we have Facebook Workplace. That's all from my side. If you have any questions about this, what will happen next, please put your questions out there in the chat box. I would like to say thank you for joining this webinar, and I want to say also thank you for being so committed and involved. Please keep up your eagerness and your interest in learning how to use technology for sport for social impact, and continue sharing your experience and successes with us and with all your fellow participants. That would be great. We will stay online. I will stay in the webinar room for a few more minutes. So thank you very much for joining. If you have more questions, please post them. And then we will see each other again, I guess, in early July when we have more content to share with you. Thank you. Goodbye.